1, 2, 3, 4. Get your friends about the group chat, group chat, group chat. Where your password's in the air. The devil, he don't like it. Stump that devil, stump that devil. Oh, well, oh, well. What it do, baby? I am Tanzania Black.
I'm Shavonna Marie.
And welcome to Get Out of the Group Chat. We are excited.
I'm so excited.
Because today we have Taura Mickens on the podcast. Woo-hoo. We are so excited to have her. Y'all actually gonna see her a couple times this season. But she's amazing. She is everything you could ever desire in a friend. She's an amazing mother. She's an amazing wife. And the ideas that she has will blow your mind. So we're excited in 2024 to see her do everything God has called her to do. The books, everything on social media, all the things.
Thank you, Tanzania.
Yes.
We're excited about. All right. And as you know, we do a game every episode where you have to phone a friend. Okay. So go ahead and get your phone together. We're going to ask you a question. We'll ask your guest once they get on the line.
Okay.
Bring them up.
Answer, okay?
Wait, I got to find a person.
I'm not going to find a person.
Y'all are stressing me. Okay. And if they don't answer, what happens?
You have to eat. The mystery meal.
Okay. Wait.
You're going to get about 10 seconds to call them. Okay, you're calling. Okay.
Please answer.
It doesn't look like your friend is a very good friend.
It's only ring twice.
It's only twice.
I usually pick up on the second ring. Look like it's going to be a...
They probably looking at the...
Oh, no.
Who did you call, Tar?
I called Tisha, but she probably not answering because...
Well...
Your call has been forwarded.
Yes, and look it. The friend forwarded her. It's okay, Tar, because guess what? We got a good old mystery food for you. It's going to be the...
I'm allergic.
It's going to be the Kalamata olives and whipped cream.
That's not bad. That's sweet and salty.
I'm going to need you to do better with your combinations, ma'am.
Okay.
You like olives?
I love olives.
Wow.
Well, we picked the wrong
Wow. Learn something new every day.
How does it taste with the cream, though?
You got your you got your body armor right there.
Okay, we finally got a winner. Okay. She didn't like it.
Okay.
I don't like the whipped cream. It's not cold. The olives too salty.
First of all, she gave you that whipped cream that has been sitting out all day long. She is not a good friend.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get sick.
That is that whipped cream that was been sitting out there with that fruit.
First of all, he just took it out the refrigerator.
This is not cold.
This morning.
This is room temperature.
It's 3:00.
I'm gonna get sick.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Pray over it. Lord, we just thank you even now that we cover her against sickness. Whew.
It's disgusting, and this is the perfect episode. Cut them off. I'm cutting you off.
So wait.
If your friend feeds you food
it's the point.
with bacteria in them,
did.
you cut them off.
Okay, so we're going to roll into the topic. Okay. We're going to roll into the topic for the day is, do you believe in cutting people off? So do you believe for real, in heart of hearts, before, I gave you that whipped cream,
Okay.
would you have cut me off?
Or what do you think about cutting people off?
I think cutting people off is a really interesting, hard thing to do. But I think sometimes it's very necessary. And so, yes, I do believe in
Expound on the necessary part, like what?
Some friendships, I think sometimes we lean on like longevity, like, oh, I've been with you a long time, but we don't really look at, is this person toxic to me? Like,
yeah.
And I'm not talking about conflict, because conflict happens.
Yes.
Like, friends are different. Like, we are all extremely different.
Oh yeah.
But I think when it turns toxic, when there is harm being done, and not just like one time or two time, but like perpetual harm, and I'm telling you I don't like this thing, and you're doing it over and over and over, then to me you're not being my friend, because you don't care about me enough to at least change your behavior.
Yeah.
And at that point I gotta cut you off.
So do you have like if you don't mind sharing an example?
I do mind. I'm just playing.
Let's get
We're
it out
in the group chat. We're in the group chat, so we
So
talk
can you give us
everything.
like a real life example? Because maybe our audience like want to know specifically what that looks like.
Ooh wee.
Not ooh wee.
Okay.
We in the group chat.
I think my many years of friendship, I will openly say, like, I haven't been the best friend. Which is why I think I'm so passionate about it now. Because I fumbled the ball on so many people, and shout out to those people if you're listening. Like, I fumbled the ball on so many people, so many good friends that I had, like, in college. I just didn't check on them, or I wouldn't answer the phone, or, like, and it wasn't even one time. Like, they would continuously contact me, and I knew talking to them was important, but I couldn't get past what I was dealing with in life. And I don't know. So, I've been cut off, rightfully so. And yes, I've had to cut people off. I've cut them off in unhealthy ways, but we're talking about healthy ways once I, learned and matured. Most recently in the last 2 years, I had to cut off a friendship that was so, oh my God, I didn't think I would get emotional. Okay. So important to me. And hopefully, I do believe in redemption. I do believe in second chances.
So you believe in spinning the block on a friendship?
I do believe you can spin the block on a friendship because this person really was really important to you. And it's like a relationship. Like, sometimes you have to break up with the person because they're not for you right then and there. And I would say that for this person, like, she just wasn't for me for that time in my life and for that time in her life. But I do think with maturity, because we were always good around each other. Like, I saw her a few weeks ago. Like, we're always really good around each other. It was just bad. Like, I don't know. Do you want me to talk about the toxicity?
We want you to get it out of the group chat.
Go ahead.
Y'all stretching me.
Come on, stretch. Ooh.
I think what hurt me the most was, like, I don't mind being there for someone during their tough times. But I just noticed, like, over the years, I think it would be difficult for her to be there for me. And I think the turning point for me, the cutoff part for me was, like, I told her, like, several times, and there was, like, a promise, like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing. And she just wouldn't do it. And then I think it got to the point where she didn't even recognize or, like, admit that she, like, you said this on October 1st that you would do this thing. It was like a defensive thing, and I was like, okay, you're not doing what I need, you're not being what I need, and you're not even in a place, like, maturely where you can admit that you're not doing what I need, which to me says you're not gonna change. So I love you. I am going to pray for you afar, and we're just gonna have to cut this friendship off right now.
Wow. Maybe she'll get the healing she needs,
Yeah, it really hurts my heart because I really do love her, and I just think cutting out friendships is hard.
Yeah, maybe you'll spin the block on that one.
We'll see.
So how do you think Jesus plays a part in like friendship, or how do you think Jesus plays a part in, like, friendship, cutting people off or keeping people?
I think Jesus is the standard for everything. I think Jesus displayed a really good job of grace and mercy, which I think the world doesn't teach us, like, how to have grace in friendships and how to admit when you're wrong and like how to. I just think sometimes you're called to people who are bad, like thinking of Jesus and Judas. Like,
so do you think you could be called to someone who's a bad friend?
I do. And maybe that is just my opinion, but biblically it's true.
Please, Lord, don't give me that one.
I do think, because here's the thing, bad people need people too.
You're right.
And I think it's like marriage. Like, sometimes my spouse isn't going to be the best form of themselves. So do I stop loving them because they're not the best part of themselves?
Yeah.
Like, do I even stop loving them because they are, I guess, triggering my hard parts? No, like, I choose to love them past their difficulty, past their sin. Like, so I do think that Jesus set a standard for us to be graceful for the people that he placed in your life. Like, he cares about them. Like, God loves the bad people. We're bad. And someone loves us when we're not good. So like, why can't we do that for our friends?
So how do you discern whether, like, red flags? Let's talk about some of the red flags that we hear people, share, but then also, like, Jesus be calling you to be friends with the people who ain't the best of friends. So how does that work hand in hand? Paying attention to those red flags and then Christ.
I think you have to know like what you can handle. Like literally, I think you have to know how you were raised. Like it's almost like for a relationship. Some women can take someone who's not like faithful, cheating wise. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Some people can take a liar. I can't. Some people can take broke years. I can take that. Like some women cannot take it.
Yeah.
And so I think you have to know what your standard is. But if we're talking about a general like flat like blank, you know, you're asking, how do I know when these are like red flags? Yeah. How do I know when a person
like
is
give our audience some like red flags that maybe this person isn't your friend or they're not just being a good friend to you?
Well, okay, let me stop and say this because you know me. I think about both sides. I think sometimes what we call red flags aren't red flags. Like I think transition, when your friends get married, when you got married, like our friendship wasn't the same that it was before you got married. You were always at my house. Like you would call me and ask how I felt about every decision you made. Like I was your shoulder for everything. I no longer could be there. You got a man now. Like, so I think some people through transitions, they're like, oh, she not my friend. No, she got a man. She laid up every night. You should be happy for her. You know, or she not my friend. She moved to this different city. No, she meet new people and that's okay. She can't be on the phone with you for 8 hours. She needs some people in her city. So I think people call those red flags and they aren't. I think what I said earlier is a red flag. When you are telling someone, hey, you are hurting me, and they are repeatedly not showing up in the way that you need them to. And I don't think that's like a 1 week thing or even a couple of months. Yeah. If you look up and for years, this person is like still hurting you, you might need to reconsider some things.
And so you would say that even if, because, God out here calling you to people, is there like a sign where God be like, okay, now?
I think that's why you should pray for your friends. Because I think there's something about prayer that gives us a constant fight. It's hard to continuously pray for someone and still despise them or their actions. Like God, when you pray for someone, he starts to reveal like, okay, maybe they aren't answering the phone because they have 4 kids that are sick at home. Or maybe they aren't answering the phone because she's depressed. And when you see her, she's all glammed up, but she really crying every night. Like God will reveal stuff like that to you. So I think prayer is key. God will also show you when people aren't for you by their actions. And through your strength, God will give you strength. If you are repeatedly like praying to God and you ain't getting no strength, you might need to say, maybe this ain't my battle.
So how do people get into situations where they are legitimately friends with people who like not the we were friends in high school kind of thing, but how do you think people get into situations where they just are friends with people who just ain't they friend?
I think patterns, and I think sometimes we attract toxic things. So for me, I have had before my amazing husband now, I had a really toxic like dating pattern. I wanted to save people. And so I think sometimes
don't save them. They don't want to be saved.
Like, I think you have to know what you like to do. I love helping people. And I'm called to development. I love taking someone from 0 to 100. And I love doing it in my dating life too. And so I think as a friend or as a person, you have to ask yourself, what are your toxic traits? What are you? I'm addicted to French fries, but I shouldn't be eating them every day.
Yeah.
So I think you have to know yourself enough to know what you have a tendency to touch that isn't good.
That's good. You're preaching to the folks, Tara. Yeah. You're preaching real good. You helping some people out in their friendships.
Yeah, because definitely what you said is the toxic part, I feel like. And I don't necessarily like my group now is toxic, but like coming out of that, like...
Wait, you need to be specific about the group because we in a group. She's not talking about us. She's not talking about us. Let's make this very clear. Because you can have multiple group chats. Yes, I think it's healthy. That's the whole point. That's great,
I'm
right?
I'm gonna drink my body arm.
Let's be clear. She is not talking about the group chat I'm a part of. Now, all the other ones, go forth. Yeah. Would you like group chat C? Go.
Right. So, just coming out of that and realizing, like, maybe why did I want to really be friends with them, or You know, why did I kind of cut that friendship off? But yeah, hearing that, I don't think it was.
So what did you end up determining? Like, why did you want to be friends with him initially?
Because y'all left me.
That's so dumb. We transitioned.
Y'all left me.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because the truth is you still needed to rebuild friends where you were when your friends left. So that's healthy. That's a good thing.
Of course.
So it doesn't make them like second best or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do they call it when you're the... You know, like if you get a guy,
rebound friends?
Yeah, they weren't. Or do you feel like they were rebound friends? Or you think they were legitimate?
They were not. No.
They weren't rebound friends.
Okay, so they weren't rebound.
In my season, it did help. A situation happened, so it just made it weird towards the end. And I don't know if it was just God. Like, I think it was God, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, like, because it was like, I needed to leave anyways, kind of situation.
You need to leave the city.
And I love staying there because it was just comfortable.
Staying in the city.
Yeah. So
because the people don't know your story. I know it.
Oh, yeah. So it made it comfortable for me being in that city. And so I think he made it a little harder for me towards the end with the friendship in a sense. And so I think, I don't know if that's...
So would you spin the block on that friend group?
Not saying I wouldn't. I think I'm in a different, and to be honest, I think, not saying I didn't fit in with the group, but they were all married. But it's weird because y'all married too, and I'm
I feel like
so
most of
I guess I can't
really. Your current group is getting married by the year.
By the year.
So so I don't know. It's just, I think it was just a little different. Like, not saying I didn't fit in. I was just more. You know how we talked about joking more, and
so you feel like you had a more playful personality,
right?
And they
none of them really did.
So they weren't playful. Not really. Playful in the way you are, and so but
correct.
Why do you think that would affect the relationship? Why would your playfulness affect your relationship with them?
I think when you're messing with serious people, I feel like, what if they don't want to joke around, because we're all in our 30s. So I mean, what if they're like, that's the childish stuff? You
I'm
know
20.
I mean? Yeah. She's 20, guys.
So you feel like you weren't serious enough to them. So are you equating seriousness to maturity, or the playfulness to a lack of maturity?
Yeah, that could be. Yeah.
So you feel like, okay, their view of you,
right?
So how do you think I'm trying to understand. Even though I know the situation, I'm trying to understand. So do you feel like they were viewing you through a lens of like, she's immature, so we're not going to vibe with her like that, or vibe with her in certain situations?
Correct.
Because this requires maturity.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
That part.
So do you feel like you were being immature?
Which I don't think I was being immature whatsoever with that whole situation. I don't. Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, she didn't say nothing. I hope y'all saw that too.
No. It's just...
Let her move on.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I was just trying to understand what made you think it was your lack of seriousness that caused the friction. Now, of course, the situation caused the friction.
Right.
But like, why do you think they didn't view you a certain way to be able to handle it or deal with
it?
And
it probably wasn't my seriousness. Maybe it's just, I don't do certain things like, I don't gossip. I don't, I'm not saying that's them, but I'm just saying, like, I don't do all the, like, the girly little cliquey stuff. Like, I'm not that person. Like, so it's like,
you be
my person.
No. We're gonna match.
My personality is not the whole let's chit chat, talk about all this. So it's like, that's not me. I'm not about to be just talking, Taura, guess what, girl? Da happened. Like, I'm not that person. You know what I mean? But
I'm laughing because, they always talk about that on Facebook. They be like, when you got gossip, you be like, like, guess what? Or are you around somebody, girl?
Right. Yeah. So,
Taura, you will not believe
what happened.
Taura, help me!
Right. And so I'm not that person. And so,
real life.
The producer gonna get tan for screaming in the mic.
I'm so sorry, producer.
But yeah, so I'm not that person. So I think that's where, and maybe that I equate that to maturity because I'm not that. But I feel like as women, I don't think that should be our. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah. So,
but I feel like we all need a Shay, right? Because sometimes, like those moments of girl, guess what? Like it's like what girl, what? Like, but I feel like it takes maturity to know you need someone that can be like, yeah, I'm not finna do that.
Right.
And that's just that. We can laugh about the movie, we can laugh about so many things, but what we're not gonna do is laugh about someone else's demise.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah. So that's
Okay. So you're saying you might spin the block, but it would what would it take for you to spin the block?
I might spin the block on like, hey, what up? We still like I said, I still love the people. Like it ain't
So you said you spin the block and say, hey, I'm asking, would you spin the block in friendship?
She'll spin the block.
I think she'll spin the block too.
Yeah, I would. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't detrimental.
You putting Shay on the hot seat. Are you gonna spin the block on some old friendships?
I think I'll spin the block on anybody who spins the block on me.
But will you spin the block if they don't?
No, what am I spinning the block for? No.
Not to help, not to see.
So I think
what does it look like for them to spin the block first?
Any effort as far as like, so it don't take much to please me, and the reason why is because I am a part of
you gotta do a whole Wakanda outfit.
Right. No, I am a part of a friend group already, so a lot of my basic needs in friendship, I can go to Tar for this. Like,
man, you got so many friends.
I have so many friends. So if somebody wants to spin the block on me, just effort. So you want to hang out? Yep. I rarely tell anybody ever, no, I'm not hanging out with you. So to me, chat, please invite me over.
Don't
to eat a panini.
Yes, best panini in the world. I really want
that panini. We should just really have brunch tomorrow.
Get it in the chat.
Okay, so we got another segment.
I'm trying to give me a sandwich and she's trying to move on to the next segment. Producer's the time almost up. Oh wow, she put her hands up. Okay, then. Sorry guys,
she wasn't paying attention.
Go ahead, go forth, woman of God.
Okay, so our next part is our friend story.
All right, so let's get into this friendship story. So this person said, I recently got a message from an old school friend apologizing for the bullying I received from them and the rest of my circle. I didn't realize I was being bullied. 20 years later, and I only now find out that the people I thought I was closest to at school didn't actually like me.
That's so
that
dumb.
Hurt.
Speak on that.
That is so dumb.
How you don't know you've been bullied?
So she got an apology saying that they were bullying me 20 years later. I'm weird. I don't know why y'all brought me on this podcast. I think if I got that type of apology, I would be like, dang, I didn't know they was bullying me. But I would be like, okay, whatever. Because I would see it as God's protection. But if you getting bullied by your whole friendship group, 20 years later, you still don't know it happened.
But then why bring it to me?
Well, no, it was clearly for the person. That's what I would assume. The only reason why I would apologize to somebody 20 years from now is because I'm trying to clear my own conscience.
Right. Now, that's true. Now, I get that. I get that. But, like, bro, you could have wrote me a letter.
But they still would have
wrote me a letter and then burnt it. Ain't that getting it off the chest?
It is.
You know, why you had to bring it to me?
There are other ways.
It don't sound like their friendship ended bad because she was like, wait a minute, y'all bullied me? Like, it.
I mean,
she said I recently got a message from an old school friend.
Old school.
It was an old school friend.
Old friend. Wow. So like
they not old though. I mean, they not close.
So if you was 17 and somebody was bullying you, like 20 years later, like bro,
I want to know how you.
It's okay.
I want to know how you was bullied and didn't know. That's my question when I think about it. How are you bullied?
I see people getting bullied and don't know all the time. What you mean?
What you mean? What does that look like?
You laughing at them? They think you laughing with them. Like maybe I just been friends with a lot of mean girls. Like people get bullied and don't know all the time.
So as a cheerleader, what kind of things did you see? Because I feel like they consider the mean girls.
My school wasn't like that.
Oh, okay. So y'all was like real innocent, nice.
I wouldn't say that. They weren't innocent. I wasn't innocent. I mean, did we bully people?
You did.
No, I was nice in high school.
I don't think Tara was a bully. She probably was around. You were around her.
I had friends who were like, but it wasn't like school bully. Like black people bully each other every day.
We did because we joke too much.
We joke too much. She a bully all day.
Oh my
bully.
That's the real bully.
I'm not a bully.
Both of y'all bullies though.
Well, we're gonna cut this right here. This is a perfect
before somebody has to get cut off.
I feel like y'all gonna send me a text in 5 years. I'm sorry for bullying you during that podcast. Bullies. Is this your story?
Well, we're cutting that part.
Shay put somebody in the trash can.
I know you like.
I'm sorry. I don't even know why that came to my mind. I think God wanted me to say it. She did. When she was a bully. She was a real bully in school.
I really wasn't.
Then you put that girl in the trash can.
No.
Shay, you told me that. No, I'm not mixing up stories.
I can't recollect.
Okay. Shay said that girl has felt some type of way about her because this boy liked Shay, and the girl was upset that she didn't.
We probably put her head in the trash can. Her whole body didn't go in there.
So she gonna be sending the apology in about 10 years. You should find her.
I'm not.
Shay, you should find her and apologize for doing that.
Something had happened,
Did she hit you?
No.
Ooh.
So then you picked up her physical body and put it in the trash?
No, it was just her head.
Shay, why are you minimizing the bullying?
I mean, girl, you
really are
too.
minimizing.
All right, so we're going to cut this episode now.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for watching. Get out the group chat.
Are they going to continue?
Please like and subscribe. And we love you guys. And thank you, Tara, for being on.
Thank y'all.
Cut and
Love
print.
you. See you guys next time.
Love you.